Hello and welcome to another episode of So What Do You Actually Do? Today I'm getting the chance to interview Musa, who's interned at General Motors as an industrial engineer. Musa, welcome to the channel. I'm really excited to get to talk to you.
Yeah, really appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we'll jump straight into it. We have 8 questions,
Uh,
and we'll try to keep it short. So thanks everyone for the feedback. We'll aim to have short videos. So industrial engineering, a lot of students have no idea what that even is, or think it's just mechanical engineering. In plain terms, what is industrial engineering?
in plain terms, it's all about process improvement. So back in the early 2000s, it was more about manufacturing, so process improvement within manufacturing sector. But then when you see the other industries like hospitals, restaurants, catering, and all that stuff, every single each of those could be seen as a process. Customers come in, that's like a product comes in, that's like a raw material comes in. It takes its time and then goes out. So everything could be seen as a process.
Awesome. What does industrial engineering actually look like at a place like General Motors? Are you on the factory floor, at a desk, both?
Yeah, so it's I would say in terms of a percentage, I would give it like 80% on the floor, 20% in office. So the day starts with you going out. You come in early morning and then you look at the data to make sure, find out which of the stations have been the bottleneck. When you go talk to the operations team, you figure out what was the main reason why it was a bottleneck. And you figure that out. That's an improvement they at GM they try to do every single day. And then from other than that, I also manage the throughput, so making sure that they meet their daily metrics, daily production rate.
And I'm guessing because it's General Motors, your throughput or the product is a car. So where's the bottleneck
Yes.
in the assembly of a vehicle from A to Z?
Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, it depends. I was in the Buffalo plant, so for me, it was an engine coming out every single day. So it wasn't a full body assembly plant; it was an engine plant. So it just depends on which kind of plant you're at.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So walk me through a normal day as an industrial engineer intern. How much is real work versus learning and shadowing?
I would say that's the most favorite thing about GM. Shout out to my manager and my supervisor. They create this environment where it wasn't just you shadowing, it was more about you putting in work and being as effective as a normal engineer out there. In the start, I was shadowing my supervisor, Luke, for a short amount of time. But then when time came along, they did give me like a big scale project. And then more projects came along, rolled after that. So, and I still remember I had this conversation with one of the plant managers, and they said how they revamped the program to make sure that they take out as much as possible and utilize as much of the interns compared to as an engineer, as an entry level engineer. And that's something I really appreciate about GM. Yeah.
That's awesome. Shout out to Luke. Um,
Directly.
Speaking of your manager, this might be a question to the
Yeah.
projects that you were handled. What's a real project they trusted you with? Something you can point
Yeah.
at and say, I worked on that.
Yeah. It would be so they had this huge truck repair layout area. It was almost like, I'm pretty sure it was more than 25,000 square feet, which it was definitely more than 25,000 square feet. So they had this truck repair layout, and it was really a big mess. I mean, they tried to revamp it 2 years ago, but they couldn't because one of the engineers retired. So they a couple of like a few weeks after I got in, they handed me over that project. So I spent some time in the truck repair area and then um, made this production sheet for them, which I connected to Power Automate, from which I made this Tableau, a Power BI dashboard. After that, I also created this new whole layout for them. So hopefully, if things go through, they're gonna have that new layout and they can implement that.
That's awesome. Yeah, you made a
Yeah,
real impact in your
yeah,
time there.
it's really exciting. Yeah.
Cool. What surprised you most once you actually started versus what you expected going in?
I would say because I've worked in manufacturing before, I worked in HVAC in a HVAC company. The most different thing was, or the most unexpected thing was, working in a union environment. I never expected to be that difficult to implement things you want, like layout changes you want to do. It teaches you a lot of things about negotiation and also how to communicate your own thoughts and your ideas to other people. And that's something I really learned a lot at GM. So working at a union plant, that was something totally unexpected and totally something out of the blue. And yeah, it's pretty exciting as well at the same time.
I'm not trying to belittle you in any way, shape, or form, but that is a very wise and mature thing to say.
Yeah,
Uh, Negotiation and having your
yeah,
ideas and trying to give and take is definitely a huge thing going
that's it.
into corporate or work in general.
Yeah,
So that's a great
absolutely.
advice. So be honest. How did you actually land this internship at General Motors? Was it applications you've put online, referrals from people that you know working at General Motors, or was it, hey, I'm going to a career fair. I'll hope I'll land something there.
Yeah, for me, do you remember I applied directly on the GM platform, on their website when the position opened up? So it was the end of August. I clearly remember that, and they had this co-op, so I chose the Buffalo location and I applied for that. So I didn't have any referrals from there. So it's hopeful for everybody out there they could get anything they want as long as they apply early. That's the most important thing. As I mean, you might not be the most qualified person, but if you show your passion through your cover letter, your resume, and then you apply early, that's the most important thing. Three things make a huge difference in your application.
Awesome. So you did apply through their
Yeah,
online site as for
yeah.
an internship position. Cool. That's awesome. If a student wanted to follow your path into industrial engineering as a discipline, what should they study or do now, and what mattered less than you thought?
I would say the first thing is choosing the major. It's a pretty exciting major. I've seen a lot of people go into different fields, different supply chain, data science, and all that stuff. So first thing is choosing that as your major. The second thing is it's something I put more emphasis on compared to even the tech stuff. Your soft skills, they make a huge difference in your life. Um, so making sure to understand how you communicate and making sure to improve on that. I mean, that's how I think guys and continuous improvement, keep working on your own soft skills as well. So your soft skills are something more important to you, and they should be more important. The hard skills, the tech skills, they come with time. I mean, you're going to take SQL class, you're going to take Excel class. So you're going to learn that with time. But the soft skill, there's something you should be working on every single day, whether you're in high school or whether you're starting as an entry level, as a freshman.
Yep. I will tie this to what you just said earlier and what you've learned. How you said it's all about how do you negotiate
Yeah,
your thoughts
that's the
with
thing.
the company and
Yeah,
the managers. For sure, soft skills. Like you might have all the brains to put this and the knowledge on on a computer, and it all makes sense. But if you
yeah,
can't describe it to someone and have the soft skills, it's not gonna land.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really great advice.
Yeah.
Last but not least, what's the one thing you wish you'd known before you started?
It's kind of really funny, but I was really prepared to go and be like, because right before the internship started, I had like a 1 month break. So I worked hard on Excel, I worked hard on AutoCAD. And then they were both important, really important. Then they really helped me out when I was making uh, the truck repair layout, hourly production, like their shift reports. But the most funny thing was PowerPoint. It was such a big thing, and I never had a lot of experience with it. Because I mean, I was an international student. I never used it before in high school back in Pakistan. So I never expected to use it that much, and I got really bad at it. My manager was really good at it, and then I mean, not even this slides, but understanding how to convey your information on the slide. That's such an important task, and I learned a lot from my manager actually. So shout out to her again.
Cool. So you were able to put together the the Power BI report and organizing the
Yes,
data in a way that makes sense.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So at the end, when I was giving a report out to staff, understanding how to put the dashboard, the layout changes I made into a PowerPoint, and then convey that as simply as possible. That was such an important thing to understand. Yeah,
That's cool. Well, Musa, I really appreciate your time. I feel like you
absolutely.
were sweet and simple, addressed a lot of things here, in
Okay.
the capacity of industrial engineer at General Motors. Cool.
Yeah. So
Hmm?
yeah, go ahead.
Any last remarks before we end?
I would say really appreciate you having me over here. And I mean, it would be nice if somebody could watch this and if it helps you out, that would be nice. So hoping for that.
Awesome. Thank you for being
Yeah.
open to be
Okay.
interviewed.